Hey everyone, we're TowawayCouple. I'm Tom, the driver.
And I'm Bunny, and I'm the helpful one.
We are helpful. Well, we try to be.
We try to be.
So
half the time I stand around and just lift her.
Why I help?
Yeah, well, you help.
So we're seeing we see a trend. We've seen a trend, especially with snow, mud. Mud is the biggest killer. When the snow melts, it becomes mud. When it rains, it becomes mud.
People get stuck.
And a lot of people get stuck. We get asking for help on trailers. They can't get the jacks to work. Anything under the sun that someone needs help with. We've seen people ask for help on tire changing because they aren't equipped all the way. Mm-hmm. So we have responded to several people, and we're not calling anyone out. We're just hopefully maybe we could help change the tide. But when we see a Facebook post saying, hey, I'm broke down on the side of the freeway and we're going to be coming through that direction, one thing that's lacking is phone numbers.
Right. Phone numbers and keeping everybody updated.
Or even keeping people updated. So we had one where we were coming back from California. Somebody was broke down. We didn't know if we could help or not, but they were asking for help. So Bunny posted, hey, we're going to be coming through there. It was actually going to be
50. It was going to be 50 miles out of our way, actually.
But it was going to be out of our way, but on the way back. So we were willing to go the 50 miles out of the way. And so she posted a follow-up on her group post on Facebook asking for help. And what did you get?
Nothing.
And then we saw a post that asked, are you still broke down? She replied and said, yes. Or I should say, they replied and said yes. But no follow-up to us. So that was fine. If they don't want the help, they could at least say, thanks, but no thanks.
Right, and it was just the fact that I'm broke down at a truck stop.
Right.
What truck stop? So it's not even like we could even go to a pilot in that city to look for them.
Right. So one thing we noticed is they had no phone number. So when you're posting something on Facebook, not everyone sees it. And even if they kind of do see it, you should always post a phone number. And everyone's like, I don't want to put my phone number out there. Well, most of these groups are private or whatever. But like I explained to one person, put your phone number out there. And because if you truly need help, they got to be able to get a hold of you. And people who are willing to help don't want to sit around for hours to get a message going, yes, I would love your help. When can you be here?
Right. Because by the time we finally got a message that they were still broke down, we were already almost home.
Yeah. So because I got a follow-up on, because somebody else commented, and I told them we were still waiting for a comment. So we see a lot of people stuck in the mud in yards. The thing with that is there are a lot of pull-in drivers that are very helpful. If you're nice to them, they'll be nice to you. If they pull you out, as I always say, they never ask anything, but buy them lunch. Give them $10 or something to go get lunch, because they are making money going back and forth pulling trailers, not pulling people out of the mud all day. Now, so with that said, after you get pulled out, you can delete your phone number off the post. You could delete the whole post. Mm-hmm. Or, to be nice, because other people might have asked, hey, are you still there? Because they just seen your post, but they saw it was posted an hour earlier with no follow-up. Edit your post, delete your phone number, but then put a comment saying, hey, everyone, I got out, or I got fixed, or I got towed, or I'm all situated. Thank you. And you can leave the post on there, but this way people feel least like, because once we read that you're broke down, we feel kind of invested into hopefully helping you.
Right, because definitely most people out there are willing to help or will help you get back on the road or try to figure out what the issue is. But without more information, they don't want to be wasting their time or backtracking to go in the wrong direction if you're already up and running.
Right. Or if you just say, I'm at the Middlebury Yard, row 6. But you don't update that you've already fixed it, and somebody actually might have gone out of their way. Believe it or not, people are very helpful in this, and they will go out of their way. If they're over at Goshen, they say, oh, this person needs help, I got time, I'll run over there. And they don't communicate because there's no phone number. They drive over there and nobody's there. I've heard that. And when people don't post all this information, it actually kind of hurts people that actually do need help later on, because now people that were willing to help, that got no communication back, couldn't help them or nothing, now they're just going to shrug their shoulders, and that's where you see a lot of people say, well, sucks to be you.
Yep. And you know what? Same thing. If you're driving by and you see somebody, like we seen this lady was driving in a motorhome, and she had no taillights.
Right.
Nothing. It took us a little bit to flag her down, and I would have been nervous to...
We had to get in front of her and almost block her.
Right, and I would have been nervous to pull over too, but there were so many other transporters that blew by her, and nobody told her that she had nothing back there.
She actually posted, that was really nice, because she had no clue. We got her pulled over, and she was traveling with somebody, but he was up the road. We got her pulled over because the DOT would love a taillightless motorhome at night knowing it's a transporter. That is an out-of-service... that could be pretty bad. So we were willing to follow her to put us two behind her, so that way if somebody were to come up, they'd at least see our taillights.
Yeah, because you couldn't see anything.
You couldn't see nothing till you got up on her, and that's why we flagged her down, because we thought it was kind of dangerous. But another suggestion, if you are stuck in the mud, be prepared. We suggest you have a tow strap in your truck at all times, whether it's spring, winter, summer, fall. Have a tow strap, because you never know when rain's going to hit, and these yards, a lot of them are old farms, and they're not packed down. And people, especially from the city, don't realize how deep this mud can get real fast from all the tilling.
And you're going to slide everywhere.
You're going to slide, and... So the best thing would be to have everything available for someone. Take a picture of what you look like and everything, so other people can have an idea and go, oh shit, I can help her, him, whatever, them, however you identify yourself. What is the other one? They, them.
They, them.
They, them. But if you have if you know you're stuck, pull out your own tow strap. Hook it to your truck, have it all stretched out, so when somebody comes cruising by, hopefully you're in a major yard, and you wave them down, they don't have to kill their time. But as we always say, they don't have to pull out their strap, undo it, hook it to your truck, get their strap muddy, pull you out for you to say, hey, thanks, and you're off because you're already hooked to your trailer.
Right,
and they got to roll up their muddy ass tow strap, and then they got to go wash it and restow it and everything. So that should be one company requirement that everyone should have.
Now, going back to the breakdowns, definitely, like I said, along with your phone number, like Tom said, take a picture of your truck, your exact location. So then that way, if people are driving through and it's been 2 hours, they can at least pull in and see, oh, okay, that black truck is no longer there. They must have gotten fixed.
Or that burgundy truck, or...
Right, so that way they at least already know. But just to say I'm in this city and I'm at a truck stop, that doesn't help anybody to help you.
Yeah. Remember, it's social media. The more information you put, the more apt the people will want to help you. And That's what there's so many transporters out there. They're not all super truckers. They're not all rude. That's a small portion of this industry. For the majority of this industry, they actually care and they do want to help people succeed.
Yes, and also too, if you are stuck on the side of the road, we all have our triangles, so definitely put your triangles out, but also lift the hood on your truck. That way they all know that you're in need of help.
Yes, and I know we're going over our time just a little bit because no need to do a part 2 on this one. We've become in the habit of when we see hazards on, we now just keep going past them. We don't even stop. We have stopped 3 times. And they were pulled over on the side of the freeway. We pull over. We ask, you need any help? And they're like, no. I was just doing this or fixing this or that. One guy was on the phone with his window up. I pull over. He has his hazards on. I come over and I'm standing there. And he kind of looked over at me and then looked away. And I'm like, you know what? F you. And I just walked back to my truck and got in. And I just made it a rule right then and there. The guy could have rolled down the window and said, oh, no, I'm good. I'm just on the phone.
Right.
I mean, that takes all but 2 seconds. But it took me 5 minutes to get pulled over and walk back to him. So from now on, if I see only hazards, I don't pull over. But if I see triangles, then I know there's an actual issue.
Well, plus the fact that a lot of times you see hazards, it's just people out there going, pee.
Pee on the side of the freeway. Ask us how we know.
Don't know.
Don't know what you're talking about, dude. All right, so yeah, definitely give as much information when you need help, regardless of where it is, what it is. Put a phone number. I mean, it's not like you're on some weird site that people are going to just stalk you. You're on a transport site. You can always block the people that call and harass if you need to. But the more important thing is someone like us, if we're in the area, we live in Elkhart. So a lot of times we can drive to a local yard and help someone pull out. But we're not leaving our comforts until we actually know that they're still broke down. Post a follow-up. That's very, very important. The most thing you can do is post a follow-up, because if you're asking for people help and people are offering help, post a follow-up, just because someone may not offer help right then, but once they get in the area, they'll might message and say, hey, you still broke down. Mm-hmm. If you post a follow-up, then they go, oh, okay, they're good. Put your triangles out. If you're on the side of the freeway or anywhere, if you're even in a truck stop and you need help, put your triangles out, because another transporter sees those triangles. More than likely they will say, hey, is there anything I can do for you? Mm-hmm. I mean, worst case scenario, you get your truck's broke down and you got to tell your truck they can at least park your trailer somewhere.
Right, because I've been broke down along the freeway
twice,
and one time, even with my triangles out, even the police drove.
Yeah, they drove right past. So the transporters will be more than likely to be the ones pulling over to see if you have an issue, if you have your triangles out, because transporters kind of look out for each other.
Yep.
Not all. Not all. But there are a majority that will.
Yes.
And if we can always help anyone, we always do. Hell, we do all these videos to help people.
Yep.
So, anyway, with that, we hope no one breaks down. We hope you have easy hookups, easy deliveries, and we'll see you down the road.
We'll see you soon.
Soon?
Down the road.
Down the road. We're not going to see these people soon unless we bump into them.
Of course. See you down the road.
We'll see you down the road.